These are knotless braids. So we will begin by combing the hair out. Make sure you section the hair off all the way out the way. Comb it completely. Take some sectioning of the hair. Make sure you put product around the base of the hair. This is me taking the 3 pieces of hair that I want to begin with. Usually I start with the beginning of the braid, as if I'm going to go ahead and make the plait. So there, I've plaited it down a bit. Now I will add in the extension. I usually try to keep my hand pushed really close to the client's head as I possibly can without really pushing the head, so that the plait can push my hands down so that the plait can stay nice, neat, and tight. So here it is. This is the way your braid should look whenever you do a knotless braid. If you can see that it starts off straight from the client's own natural hair. So we'll do another one just so that you can see. So here again, I'm taking the 3 sections of a plait, and I start off with plaiting. I'm doing less of a plait down with this one because you can do it the way that you like. You can just start it with positioning your fingers to begin to plait down and then add in the extension, or you can plait it down a bit and then add in the extension. Again, I like to keep my hands pressed close to the client's scalp until the plait begins to push my hands down so that the braid can stay nice, flat, and neat. So there you go. You see, this is knotless, the front and the back. And let's just try it again, just so that you can kind of get the motion, get the rhythm of what it is that I'm doing. So always section off your client's hair, the excess hair out of the way, so that you can do what you need to do without having any extra hair all over the place. Always remember to add some type of product to the base of your client's hair. So again, I begin with the 3 pieces of plait, and then I added in the extension. Okay, so let's just do another one. We'll do one more so that you can again get the understanding and the rhythm of what it is. I'm trying to do it over and over just to be able to give you the correct view, because I know that my arm is getting in the way. So here I have my 3 sections. I usually start with the 3 sections of the plait, and then I begin to plait that. I stop before I really get far from the client's scalp, and I add in the hair extensions. Then I continue to keep my hands pressed against the client's scalp until the braid, rather the plait itself, begin to push itself down, and I follow the plait. Some people will plait and they will begin the plait and then just run down the plait with the movement of their hands. I like to literally keep my plait tight so that it can be nice and neat. See what I mean? You want to always section off the hair, comb the hair out, get the extension, section the extension out so that you will be able to add this extension into the hair. So I go ahead and I just take it and wrap it completely around the base of the hair and just continue to plait it down. And as I'm plaiting, I'm making sure that you can see that now you have your traditional box braid. You see the knot around the base of the hair versus a knotless where you can't even see where the braid actually begin. So let's just do another one of these traditional box braids. Well, I'm thinking, do I really want to do that? See the knot around it? That's what makes it a box braid, a traditional box braid. Well, I got here knotless versus traditional, so let's just go ahead and do the product on the base of the client. Take the 3 pieces, begin your plait. I'm stuttering here because I literally want you guys to be able to see the 3 pieces and how my fingers is holding each piece. So you can see here I add the extension with my thumb into my thumb and my index finger before I begin to continue with plaiting the plait down. You can already see the difference on how the traditional box braid and the knotless box braid is different. See there? You see the loop around the traditional box braid, and that knotless is very flat. So now we're just going to go over the traditional box braids again, just to show you how to do a traditional box braid in a little bit more detail. And like I said, I'm sure a lot of people already really know how to do a traditional box braid, but this is for a beginner, someone who does not know and would like to learn how to do a traditional box braid. So there you go. Let's do another one so that we can see how to do this box braid. So make sure you get your hair, section the hair off. I like to just section mine in 2. I put my product around the base of my client's hair, and then I begin to push my index finger in between the client's hair. And I have my finger there because I use that sometimes to make sure that I am staying very close to the base of the client's hair. You know, you want to be really close to the root so that the braid can look nice and neat without having to really just pull on the client's hair to cause tension on their hair, just to make the braid really neat and close to their hair. You see there how the knots are on top? We're going to go ahead and continue with our feed-in corn roll. So I'll just section off a section of the client's hair. I I began with just doing a nice neat cornrow at the beginning of a client's hair. This mannequin here, her hair is really thick, so I'm going to be braiding down a bit farther than I would if I was actually doing a a real person's hair. So I'm just braiding down a little bit, and then I'm going to add in the extension. And I usually try to make sure that wherever I am in the braid, that the extension that I add is just about the same size, because once you add the weave inside of the hair, then it gets thicker. So I try not to make it as thick so that you won't see where the weave was added into the hair. And the thicker and the farther down that you go with your braid, you don't have to continue to add a piece that's as large as the section or area that you're in. You can just add a smaller piece. The only time you probably would want to make sure that you're adding a bigger piece than the size that you're already working with is like if you're at the end of the braid. So I'm sticking it in and I'm holding it with my index and my thumb finger, and I'm continuing to braid the cornrow, and then I pick up the extra piece and add it into the braid. So this is the way that I was doing it when I first learned to add in extension hair. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult when you add that hair in and try to just pick it up and continue to braid. So I would like to just add the hair in between the index and the thumb finger, and then continue to braid the braid as if I never added a piece in. And once I come back to adding this section, then I grab the added extension and I just put it on into the braid. And it seems to be a little bit easier that way than trying to put the extension in and continue to braid. So again, I just go ahead and I add in some of the extended hair, and I'm holding that with my index and my thumb finger, and then I continue to braid. As I come back on this side to do this braid, I add in that extension then, and then like I said, I continue to braid and make sure that the hair is detangled as you're braiding, because you don't want to have to be yanking on your client's head or continuously slowing your pace down with trying to detangle the hair. So as you're braiding, detangle as you're braiding. Don't keep braiding until you braid the bottom of it up as well, because the hair will cross over as you're braiding when you do it with long weave. So braid a bit and then detangle. Braid a bit and then detangle, so that you won't have to worry about a lot of detangling. And so again, like I said, just continue to add until the desired thickness is where you would like it. Thank you for watching.